Now let's head over to check in with Adam Maxwell. This morning he's at Breck at Peak 8 to talk conditions and all things happening there. Good morning, Adam. How are things looking over there?
Yes, good morning, Brittany. It's a beautiful morning out here at Breckenridge. If you're curious where exactly I'm at, I'm on Peak 8. They've got all 5 peaks open, and Peak 8 is the hot spot. I'm right in front of the Euler statue in the Colorado Super Chair. And if you're curious about the conditions, we just got some amazing fresh snow. So yes, come on out for those POW days. And you're going to want the right gear if you're out here. And that's where our friends at Sun and Ski Sports can really come in handy. If you're a kid, an adult, a teenager, they are there to help. They got a great tune shop as well. It's located right in Dillon. They also have another store in Avon. We're actually going to go check it out and hear from Zachary about some of the services that they offer. Let's go ahead and check in with Sun and Ski Sports.
So we're talking about trends for this year. A lot of snow this year, Zach, compared to last year. That's the good news. You were talking about fat skis. We got some behind us, a little fatter than they were a year ago.
Yeah, we're looking at a trend on a little bit wider skis this year. The snowpack's just great. So get out there on something a little bit wider. So we're looking at something around a 95 waist to about 102, 104.
Okay.
That's going to get you on something that's going to be big enough to float you.
And when people hear underfoot, that literally means the width under your foot.
Correct.
Okay, got it. So people should pay attention to that. And if it's a little bit wider, you kind of float on the snow a little bit better.
Right? Yeah. That's going to be like your traditional powder ski. You go to something narrower, you're going to get better turns on those groomers. Okay.
You're telling me about backcountry stuff after the pandemic. People got interested in that, and it's kind of a trend that seems to keep growing. Tell me a little more about that.
Oh yeah. So as far as getting out in the backcountry, it requires a little bit more specialty equipment.
Right.
So we're looking at boots with Pentic toes.
Okay. Say it again. What kind?
Pentec toes.
Okay.
And then as well as hybrid touring binding. So something that's going to be strong enough to support you inbounds on resort.
Totally.
And is going to be DIN certified. And then you go to something that you can, detach the heel and start walking uphill with skins under your foot.
Makes a lot of sense. And if you can't keep track of all that, get in here and Zach and the crew will help you out with things. There really is a lot to it, right? So get in here, talk through things, and you guys can help pick out the right gear, make sure I'm all set to go hit the backcountry.
Oh yeah, we've got plenty of guys in here to be able to help you out and get you out in the mountain.
Hey, back to skiing for a second. I'm a big skier, been skiing my whole life. Ski boots drive me absolutely nuts, Zach. It's like, oh man, walking in them, impossible. We've got a really cool boot here that I want to show off. This is, how do you say it, Dahu?
That's a Dahu.
Yep, Dahu boot. Pretty innovative. Tell us more.
Oh yeah, so this boot is going to be a little bit different than your traditional boot. It's actually going to be a walkable boot inside of here.
Okay.
So you've got a 120 flex on these boots.
Right.
And then as far as once you pop that tongue down, this soft shell on the inside is able to be popped out, and you're going to be able to walk around.
So you guys, if you're walking around in town or you're heading over to the gondola, you can walk around in this boot right here and then pop into the actual ski frame right down here.
Correct, yeah. This shell that comes around is going to be the support for your skiing, where this one's going to be comfortable for you to get a couple drinks after your runs.
Okay, well let's wrap up this interview so I can try out a pair of these things.
And there you have it, Sun and Ski Sports. If you're ever curious, just go right into the store and talk with their staff there in Dillon or Avon. But the conditions out here, Brittany, are amazing. The terrain park, you know me, I'm a terrain park lover. That is right behind me. Brittany, have you been out at all this year?
I have not. I've been meaning to get out there, but hey, I want to ask you, since I know you are this adrenaline junkie, have you checked out the terrain park at all yourself?
Yes, absolutely. And if you're curious where that terrain park is here at Breckenridge, it's actually right behind me here at 5 Chair. So you just take the gondola up to Peak 8, get to 5 Chair, and they've got jumps, rails, boxes, pretty much everything from intermediate, advanced to beginner. There's something for everybody.
That's great. Now, if anybody wants more info on runs or the terrain park, how can they do so?
Yeah, definitely. If you're curious about what trails are open, what chairlifts are open, just go to Breckenridge.com. They've also got their full list of events there. Just go to Breckenridge.com, and that is all there for you.
Right on, Adam. I'll catch you on the mountain here soon, okay?